Hello, everyone. We are here to play some Alien. And in case this wasn't obvious, if you aren't familiar with the Alien franchise, this game has a ton of massive trigger warnings. It is going to be pretty violent. It is potentially going to be pretty gory and gross. If that doesn't sound like something that you're into, that's okay. We'll catch you in our next stream. It'll be much more chill. It'll be Drags from Mars. Totally different vibes from this. Yeah, come back for that one. But if you are into that kind of thing, if you like Alien, welcome. It's going to get weird. And with that, I'm going to let my lovely players introduce themselves and tell us who they're playing. North, do you want to start us off?
Oh, crap. Not me. Hey, hello, my name is Norfolk911. I am one half of Twisted Fates, and apparently my head is cut off. So hold on 1 second. Okay,
you don't need a whole head, right?
Not a whole head. That's not like I'm going to need it later anyways. I am one half of Twisted Fates. I am a producer, game designer, editor, everything, all of above. I have a podcast, YouTube, and Twitch channel that basically plays all types of APs in regards to indie TTRPGs, which is also including Candela Obscura currently, and we're going to be playing some 10 Candles eventually, Vampire the Masquerade, and some other titles, which is going to be really exciting. So that is it all about me. I'm playing Isaiah Colon tonight, and he's going to be a fantastic addition to this team that doesn't run away from fights at all. Not at all. Not at all.
Like you do.
Yeah.
Who needs to run away, right?
Not me.
Probably all of you real soon.
No.
Fantastic. All right. Neil, do you want to go next?
Sure. So I'm Neil Dave. I'm a stand-up comic out in the Boston area. I also write. I'm trying to do more voice work. I had a ton of stuff up. You can find it at Neil's Got a Mic. Briefly worked for a government contractor, so I took a lot of that stuff down, but then those bastards fired me, so I'm back.
Fuck them.
So stay tuned while I put new stuff up, because I went back through my old stuff and I was like, this isn't worth putting up. Oh crap. So yeah, tonight I'm playing Ruth Ann Dante, a breacher who is much like me, traumatized and injured. So let's see how this goes.
Fantastic. What an introduction.
Traumatizing.
Aren't we all? All right. Chris, you want to go next?
Sure. So my name is Chris. I am the showrunner of a podcast called Let's Be Legendary Podcast. We are a actual play podcast, but done in a style of an audio drama. So heavily edited with music and sound effects and all that fun stuff. And we're currently on our 6th year following our 2 bounty hunters in our Fey Wild West game. And I personally am a video editor and motion graphics artist, and I'm out in the Midwest, specifically Wisconsin. So yeah, that's mostly me. If you hear any loud pitch noises, fear not. We are not dying. It is a deaf cat that does not know the meaning of the word get out.
I was going to say, you might be dying. Loud noise.
I also might be dying.
Yeah. Speaking of cats, and last but not least, Rye.
Yeah, hi, I'm Rye of Rock and Rye here on Twitch and TikTok. The reason Rick mentioned my cat is because my cat is an absolute terrorist. If you see a black fuzzy tail appear in front of my face at any point, that's because it means Donna wants attention, but we're in the process of feeding her, and I'm in the process of having my food given to me. I am playing Chaplin tonight, who's a warrant officer and is openly an android. Nickname is Chaplin because why wouldn't you want to be Charlie Chaplin? And he does carry, or they carry, false mustaches on a plastic pad to humor the crew, apparently. But they are averse to using weaponry and will typically prefer to try and keep people alive. But this is Alien, so it doesn't always go according to plan.
Yeah.
I forgot. I'm playing Luca Mason, who is also a field medic, but more in the covering the the people trying to heal people. Like, I got your back, don't worry. And then, but I also can heal as well.
Yeah, you also like to run in and probably
Yes.
get killed.
Yes, I am.
It's-
I am that guy.
Fantastic. And with that, you've all heard of the oil wars. Hell, most of you have been on the front line as the United Americas, the Three World Empire, and the Union of Progressive Peoples have faced each other down over scarce oil reserves. Too many fronts, not enough grunts, as the saying goes. The United Americas Allied Command and the Colonial Marines maintain an uneasy peace, as protesters and insurgents cause trouble across the colonies. This is true of the United Americas refining and refueling station on the frozen moon Arcarius in the Kruger 60 system, with its oil production and space elevator reaching into orbit from the ground. But the colony is in turmoil and decline. The 2180 Weyland-Yutani census cataloged 200,000 colonists on Arcarius. In the 3 years since, all but about 2,000 have abandoned the moon for greener pastures. Whilst the military needs of the US CMC are still being serviced, most of the colony is now little more than a ghost town. 1 week ago, the Union of Progressive Peoples annexed the nearby 61 Cygni system. All communication with the colony there on LV 038 was abruptly lost. In response, Allied Command assembled a fleet to take back 61 Cygni, using Fort Nebraska refueling station in the Kruger 60 system as a staging ground. And that's where we find our party. You expected to be passing through Nebraska on your way to war, but each of you Marines were pulled from your companies before they went FTL, leaving you stranded at the fort on the volatile colony moon Arcarius, one of the largest oil producers in the colonies. Arcarius is also a hotbed of insurgency. With the UPP moving in on Kruger 60, the United Americas has decided to cut its losses and evacuate the colony. But as of this morning, that evacuation was suspended. All civilian and military transports were grounded with no explanation given. With the insurgency problem, barely a skeleton crew of military personnel and nearly 2,200 divided colonists stuck moonside, it's only a matter of time before the situation blows up. Now, Major Hatfield from the infamous Sin Eaters unit has summoned you for a special moonside mission. Every Marine has heard of Hatfield, a real soldier who always puts duty first and lost his arm as a result. His remaining left hand is always resting on the brass hilt of his antique U.S. model 1852 Marine sword. Okay, listen up. Everything you're about to hear is need to know, and no one else needs to know. Understood? As of 0200 hours, a 4-man Marine squad went AWOL from this base with classified intelligence. Intelligence that in the wrong hands will mean the life or death of the frontier. Intelligence that simply cannot fall into enemy hands. Command believes the AWOL's plan to make contact with the moon's insurgents and defect to the UPP. Gives you the names of the 4 individuals. Here's their ugly mugs. With all the info we have on them, everything else is classified. And leaves it to the 4 of you to take care of this mission.
Whew! Finally, got some action. I'm ready to go.
You say
Tired of
that
sitting
now.
around my ass.
You say that now, but as soon as we get down on the ground, it's just I could use a break for sure.
Break. Whew. I could keep going all day. We've been here all day doing nothing but sitting around taking care of all these civilians all day long. I can't wait to go outside.
Guys, what gives? I mean, I literally have my discharge papers good to go. Are you guys like enlisted? Are we the reserves? What's happening?
I've been helping out in the medical tent basically for 38 hours straight. I was just pulled from that I thought I was getting a break. But no, we're getting another mission. Because of course we are.
I was in the medical tent longer than that.
Yeah, I know. You were
What do you-
there before I got there, and you had been there 3 days prior to me being in there.
So
You see this
suck it
guy?
up.
This scar right here, and he's gonna pull up his sleeve. That's a good scar. That means I did work. Come on now. You're about to leave. You got less than 48 hours to get out of here, and you'll never be back here ever again. It's the same bullshit and protocol every freaking time we go to every of these planets.
I mean, someone's got to do it, right?
Yeah. But, dude, why is everybody so gloomy? We're gonna do some action here.
You know why I'm so fucking gloomy? Be thankful for those scars. You know who doesn't scar? Dead people. Like my old crew, they all dead. They ain't scarring. Look at those scars with pride.
And Chaplin starts looking at themselves like, I don't have any scars either. I don't scar. Think. Have they invented? Has the corporation come up with new synth skin yet?
Chaplin, you're dead inside. My point still.
I'm dead.
So what?
I'm running diagnostics.
You're fine, buddy. What time are we supposed to deploy? Is that in the brief?
It wasn't. Basically, at this point, it is all on you and your squad. So, in addition to you, there are several others who will be going down separately. You'll be splitting up, but you know that you can call on them for backup if anything were to be needed.
Okay, that's better than we usually get.
Ave Maria, I gotta go to Tinkle. Hold on, I'll be right back. And he just walks off, picks a corner.
It's gonna be one of those missions.
Doesn't even
Okay.
bother to find like a urinal.
Nope.
Nearest
No,
corner.
you just hear the water trickling from the corner, and like his leg kind of lifts up a little bit. He's just like, zips up his pants.
I could so see this in an action movie.
Good thing that's
There
what
we
we're
go.
playing.
Ave Maria. And he stretches a little bit and just like, all right. And he picks up his gun. It's a nice little pew pew. Puts it in his pocket, or his holster. Excuse me, not pocket. His holster. All right, old Mary. We got you. We're all reliable right here. And he picks up a rifle and puts it on his back. That's all we need. A little bit of Mary and a little bit of prayer. That's all we need. And that's what he calls his two guns.
Yeah, Isaiah has a smart gun, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, he does. He's got a smart gun because it knows where to point and shoot. Pretty smart.
All right, well, I'm gonna get my stuff together, and Chaplain, I can help you get whatever you need to get, and I guess we're being assigned a transport of some kind.
Transport. Where are we going now?
To combat!
Hell yeah! All
I would
right.
assume.
I mean, I
Yeah.
wouldn't say that it's active combat. You're more looking for people amongst potential insurgents, but you know.
All right. I'll take head. And he'll like jump onto the vehicle. I guess I'm assuming there's like a vehicle there that, you know, is mounted, you know, like a mounted machine gun or some sort on top.
You definitely have a dropship that you're able to get around at least to where you need to go, and then it's gonna leave you there.
All right, even better.
Oh, it's gonna leave us there. Okay. Sure.
You can call it at any point, but you know.
Sure.
Oh,
Anybody
just
know
gonna
how to fly
refasten
this
my
thing?
armor.
Ew, that's a good question.
That's okay. There is a pilot already.
All
They
right,
don't
even
expect
better.
The pilot it yourself.
What's
'cause
up,
then-
Francisco? And he pats him on the back.
If the pilot should die, I can pilot ships. If
Just
the
gotta
pilot
load my
should die.
pistol slowly.
You gotta do it like this, Dante. And he grabs the pistol and he's like, moves it around. You're putting this all wrong, and like I'm assuming it's like some of the bullets are facing the wrong way, so he's popping them out and putting them back in.
Know what direction they face? I just have a shaky hand.
It's all right. It's all right. You know, it's fine. You just got to make sure that these are loaded correctly so you don't shoot yourself like you did the last time.
Okay.
It's fine. You'll be fine. You look at me. Look at me. And he kind of looks at you intently, and you see these big eyes. If you go with Valhalla.
But I'm trying to squint back at you through sweat. That's just making me tear up even more.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yes. And he's gonna grab a plasma grenade and he's gonna shove it into your hand and be like, "Last resort. You go out with glory." And he kind of like, you can see a little bit of a twitch in his eye when he says that.
I wink by accident because of the sweat.
That's right. Yeah, it'll be fine. Don't worry. Everything will be okay. We have a chaplain.
Dante, do you know how to use that?
The chaplain?
No, the grenade.
Oh, no. Yes. I mean, I used to.
Okay.
Mason, I am not that kind of android. I think. No, it goes against my official designation.
Okay.
Do you have Fruity Loops installed?
No.
Okay.
My software hasn't been jailbroken.
Okay. I
That's
bring
a
my
shame.
grenade launcher and I'm ready to go.
Awesome.
I'm going to
This
bring my
is-
pulse rifle, but I'm also going to just say I don't like the chaplain. I'm just going to say that. It has nothing to do with the fact that it says rivals on this character sheet. I just don't like this guy.
What's the character sheet?
What an asshole. He just... no soul.
Why don't you like the chaplain, Dante?
I mean, we've been buds for a while, you know. But, he's got no soul, man. I just can't.
What do you mean he's got no soul?
Like, you know how I don't have a consistent accent? That's his soul.
You're gonna look at Mason. Mason, what the hell is he saying?
I don't think she likes androids. He?
Oh,
Sorry.
she?
Oh, it's
Dante-
a she.
She.
Okay.
I don't think
she.
she likes androids.
Oh.
Yeah,
At
Dante's
that
first name.
po- at that point, Chaplin takes off one of the mustaches from the sticky pad and puts it on.
There's nothing wrong with him, you see? And he turns around, I'm assuming, right at the point you put it on.
Mm-hmm.
He's grown a new mustache. Look at that. It's fantastic.
I'm just gonna take this moment to remind everyone this is a horror game,
I'm horrified.
as you should be. As you should be. So, you all would know, radiating out from the central fort, the Arcarius colony sprawls out over 16 kilometers, split into 4 districts, each composed of prefab buildings and cargo containers that have been stacked and fitted together and refinished into living accommodations. Everything looks dirty, industrial, and lived in. Service buildings and corridors have floor grading, running pipes, and exposed machinery, while the medical facility, Marshall Station, and bar have soft panel plating and white surfaces. Ceilings are 3 meters high, and all doors open mechanically with an electronic keypad entry. The same aesthetics are followed within the fort. So, with that little bit of information, is there anything that stands out or anywhere in particular you think that you might want to explore? We have a lot of options, but I think the medical facility is one that at least a couple of our players would be fairly familiar with.
Yeah, it would be a bad idea to go raid that if it's not in use.
It's always good to have meds.
Have we left our base?
Yeah, we'll say you're on the way. We'll say that you're in your dropship on the way to your destination. So are we going to the hospital area then?
Yeah.
It's a good place to start.
Okay. One moment. My least favorite thing
Chaplain.
about PDFs.
How long you been healing these people?
According to my personnel records, 22 years, 5 days, 7 minutes, and 33 seconds.
34 now? 35? 36? Ah, yes. It's very good. Good. How about now? Is it 37 or are you a little higher?
A little higher.
Okay. Just making sure. We got to make sure this guy is good because, if somebody goes down.
It doesn't match my watch by a couple microseconds. Like I said, we really shouldn't trust this dude. No soul.
What do you do again?
I used to breach. I used to be a breach specialist. So if you need me to just, they called me Old Busty. Just get in there, and then I get tired real quick. But do I make an entrance?
I bet you do. You go out with a bang too, don't you?
I wish.
She tried.
I'm still sweating.
Always.
Are you still holding on to that grenade?
I'm still reversing bullets in my pistol slowly.
Oh God! No! No! Isaiah's gonna. No, and Isaiah's just gonna sit next to you and just grab, not even ask you. He's just gonna grab it out of your hands, be like, no, and you're just gonna see him fumble underneath his voice and just be like, and he's gonna speak some Spanish. And what he's saying is, this guy's always messing with me. Sinvergüenza, always trying to be, and he's just saying it in Spanish, so that I don't know if your other people speak Spanish or if everyone else speaks Spanish, but that's his native tongue. So Isaiah's a Latin background. You would say he was Puerto Rican, and his last name is Colon, right? So he's a little aggravated at the fact that this guy just doesn't learn to put the bullets in the right way. So he's just fumbling under his breath, and then he says, as he hands back to you, "Vaya con Dios," and gives you the bullets back in the correct way, because bullets need to be facing out, not towards you.
Gracias, pescado.
De nada. ¿Tienes un gatos en tus pantalones?
My Spanish is very poor.
Do you have a cat in your pants?
See.
Is that just like a universal thing that they teach? Because I learned how to say that in German in my high school German class, and I don't know why. Like, that's not a thing.
I
that
didn't
you
learn
need
how to
know
say
in
that.
life.
And you have a cat in your pants.
She's
Usually
sitting on the window right now.
So you all arrive at the San Rocco Medical Facility, a small hospital that currently has one doctor, an intern, and a med tech on duty. 2 emergency medical teams are out on calls. The front desk is vacant, the comms beeping angrily. There is a frazzled intern who can be heard down the corridor, and as soon as you arrive, asks, What brings y'all here?
Isaiah just looks at y'all.
We were sent to find a couple of people that have gone missing or AWOL or are working some low angles, I guess. And do we have pictures of these guys still?
You do. You
Awesome.
have pictures and all of their pertinent information that is unclassified that you can freely share. And
Then I share those with the intern.
yeah, his name is Duncan, and he says, "Oh yeah, Wojcik and Carvalho. Yeah, no, I think I saw them this morning.
Oh,
You did? Not your dad? You're like 12. Who let you work here?
He just ignores that.
where exactly did you see them?
Well, they checked in earlier today, but I mean, there's only a few rooms to check if you want to see if they're still around. The doctor probably knows.
Sure, easiest mission ever. I'm gonna start going from room to room then. This will be great. I'll be home in time for some soup and some tea. This will be great.
I'm gonna follow Mason and real quick be like, first of all, do you trust that intern? He's like so young, could be effing with us. And second of all, without the chaplain here, how about we take some drugs for ourselves just in case? Because I don't trust that guy. And
Okay,
I don't want to die.
I really need you to give me the grenade because you're just. It's not that I don't trust you. It's just that you're getting a little obsessed with the
Fine.
medic, and I'm a little just. Can I have it, please?
With the pin in or out?
Keep it in.
Okay, here.
Okay, thank you.
Still, you call him a guy. He's a robot. It's a robot.
Chaplain is right behind Dante as some of this is going on, and it's like you do realize that Mason and I are in a fire team together. Yes, you're telling the wrong person about your dispositions towards me.
I might have been in an accident. Is gonna be how I try to pull myself out of this one. So I don't trust you, man. But I did forget that.
It's okay. I don't trust most people who can't pull off a 48-hour shift without any sleep, food, or water, which is most people, except for Chaplain. Anyway, so we're gonna go walk. We're gonna go walk from room to room, and if I find the doctor, great. But I'm mostly just checking the rooms for these guys. If they're still here, again, easy mission. We can get out of here quick.
Absolutely. So Duncan lets you know that the last he saw of the doctor, Dr. Litvin, was in Examination Bay 4. And so from the entrance, there is just one hallway, or I guess two hallways. There's a door behind the front desk, but there is a corridor that leads back to recovery on the right and the Examination Bay on the left.
Is there anyone that we can see besides this intern that came out? Is this place full of people or is this place pretty empty?
It's pretty empty.
Is it in disarray?
I mean, the comms are beeping angrily, like I said. The front desk wasn't occupied initially. He came from around the corner, but it seems like it's in as good of order as can be expected for being fairly understaffed.
I'd like to go and check the comms if I may, please, especially because one of my assigned functions is contact. So I like to go and see if there's any information that could be gleaned from that.
Yeah. So checking the comms, there are no deaths or new patients since this afternoon. There is a storm that is mounting. A blizzard is on its way. There was an incident at the spaceport where a person climbed the fence to get in and caused a ruckus and has breached the fence. There are local Marines who are currently trying to repair the fence and try to round up those who got inside. And you, as you are inspecting the comms, Chaplain, note that there is a certain clicking sound that is being made by these comms. It is an encrypted UPP code.
Can I try and decipher it?
Absolutely. I will need a ComTech roll, please.
That is 1, 2, 3, 3 successes, 1 mixed.
Okay. The message says, awaiting package delivery. And the signal is coming from the north in the vicinity of the oil fields and oil refinery.
So to clarify, that would mean that the oil field / oil facility refinery are awaiting a package.
Well, you would think not. UPP is basically like space China. To simplify it, it is the Union of Progressive Peoples. They are definitely an enemy to your crew. You are not. If you got a message like that, you would be concerned.
Subversion, got it.
Especially because it is encrypted.
Encrypted subversion.
Mm-hmm.
After checking, there's no other pertinent communications.
Nope.
Okay, cool. I'm going to return to the others, mostly Mason, and repeat this and say there is encrypted subversion going on in the direction of the oil refinery. There is something about a package and the UPP subversion. I say.
Also a blizzard.
Also, there is a blizzard. There is a blizzard bearing down on us. We should probably haul our backsides.
Do they know that there's the package, or is this new?
It was encrypted, and I had to decrypt it. I have a strong suspicion there is some kind of subversion or treason afoot.
Do we think that the guys that we're looking for know about the package and are that's the
that would be my guess.
The plot thickens. Dun dun dun.
Do you also mention the breach that the Marines are repairing?
Yes. There was also one individual managed to breach the perimeter fence and let numerous others in at the base, but the Marines are dealing with that with repairs as we speak.
Was it the individual getting in or out? I'm sorry. Just
in.
Okay, thank you.
In and then tore a hole in the fence to let others.
Okay, so we have 4 guys that we're looking for, 1 person that managed to get in, and a weird encrypted package. I'm not getting home to my soup, and I'm very upset about this. But
you don't know that they're all related, but they're all important in their own right.
At this point, Isaiah has walked inside to the medical bay by himself. And
to the examination or the recovery area?
Examination, and I rolled an observation in wits, which would give me three successes.
Okay.
What I am looking for are small details of a scuffle or of anything suspicious in this particular area, because this area should be packed with more people since it is the medical bay and we have been in combat. And if there's no one there, he is very suspicious. So he is going to walk in to find out what's going on.
To be fair, you were going to combat, and you all were pulled for this mission. But yes, I mean,
Right.
combat is happening.
But if we left, or if people left, from my understanding, people left the planet, we were stranded. This place should still have survivors and people around it. So
Around
that's what
2200,
he's. Yeah. So the fact that there's no one around and it's just this one intern is suspicious.
Makes sense. Yeah, there are 4 medical bays. The only one that is active is Bay 4, where the doctor is. You try the door and it is locked, but you can see what's going on inside. There's a sedated man in a hospital gown lying in the auto dock. You would be able to recognize this is one of your AWOL soldiers. This is Private First Class Carvalho.
Oye, Carvalho! Can
Does
you
not
hear
respond.
me?
Definitely very sedated.
Carvalho! Yo, Carvalho, wake your ass up!
And as
Sergeant.
you're yelling, the doctor sees you and says, "No, hey, I'm trying to save him. Please."
What do you mean you're trying to save him?
Just leave me to work, please. I'm very busy.
God damn it! When is a doctor when you need one?
He's in the room with the private. What are the rest of you doing?
I was going
Uh,
room for room to try and find the rest of them, because they said Duncan said that there was like 2 of them that he saw earlier.
Right.
And on Hammer yelling, I was about to go, Sergeant Mason. I'm hearing some chatter on Isaiah's line. Should I provide some additional cover? Should I go, form up on him?
Yeah, if he's yelling.
Also, it's not that big of a building, so you can probably just hear him.
I that's what I assumed. It's like, yeah, if he's
100%.
yelling.
He
he's
is
Yeah. So I
probably
was like, I'm
loud.
hearing some chatter. Maybe I should just go check it out with him.
He is.
I agree.
Totally
Thank you,
100%
Sergeant.
loud, super loud. Not holding back how loud he is.
Isaiah, what the hell? What's going on?
Hey! Oh yeah! Don't you come at me with that tone, boy. All right? This doctor, he don't know how to treat people and he's telling me shit. I don't understand. Where the hell's Mason?
Meanwhile, I squint through the window. Is that our target? On the bed?
Yeah, it's Carvalho. I tried to tell him to wake his ass up, and this doctor said, shh. And I said, why? And he said something about saving, and he don't say nothing. And now I have to go look for Chaplin and Mason because I don't understand what he's saying.
I agree. We should go through the order of command. It's weird. We should do that.
Yeah, go get him. I'm going to stay here.
Mason! Mason!
What? Meanwhile, I'm just
Isaiah's found
opening
a target.
doors. You what?
There's a dude. He's laying on the bed. His name's Caravaggio, like the painter or something. One of our guys. He's on the bed, and there's a doctor, and we need to do something. And I'm nervous, and we should do something.
Okay.
Sergeant.
I'm assuming we have radios, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Oh yeah, Mason!
Oh my gosh.
Mason!
It's a radio, my dude. You don't have to.
Mason!
All right. Chaplain, do you want to come, or do you want to stay here and keep looking? I'm gonna go see. They're in distress, obviously.
I will go with you.
Thank you. Okay.
Bring the chaplain!
Over. Yes. Understood. We head towards the direction of the screaming. All right. What is
Bring
your
the
medical emergency?
chaplain!
We're right behind you. What is your medical emergency?
Oh, I'm fine. It's that guy in there. He don't like to talk to me.
The doctor or the guy that's unconscious?
Nah, I try to yell at Carvalho. You know Carvalho, right? Remember him? We sat with him like 2 days ago we had the spaghetti and meatballs in the cafeteria. It was good. But
yeah,
now
I
he's
remember.
here and he's got a tummy ache. I don't know. He's got this guy. This guy won't. He don't let me talk to him.
Where's the doctor specifically?
Inside of exam room 4, the door is locked, but you can see inside through the viewing glass.
Do either Chaplin or I have any indication on us that we are like a med team of some
Probably.
kind? Okay, so tap on the glass to get doctor's attention,
Isaiah's
What is
right
it?
behind Mason like this.
and I point to the badges on both of our badges. Like, hi, we're meds too, and we're on a mission because 4 of our guys went AWOL, and that's one of them. Do you have a second, or is he in a life or death situation?
I'm trying to save him. If you would please just let me deal with him.
Would you
He-
like help?
No, I have this under control. Please stay out there. I checked him in last night, and another one with him, but he disappeared after I took some blood tests. Now, there's something inside of his chest. I'm trying to save this man's life.
If it's shrapnel, Chaplin has been spending the last literally like 48 hours taking pieces out of people. So if you need help, there's 2 medics here, literally, and 2 cheerleaders.
Wow, who's a cheerleader?
I
It's
can
okay.
do stuff, just no shaky hand stuff.
Dante,
So-
that makes you ill-advised for surgery.
I said no shaky hand stuff.
So he is too busy at this point to really respond, but he just keeps insisting that like he needs to work and you need to let him work.
We got hit with a hydrate by Aaron, by the way, folks.
Oh, thank
well,
you.
Fuck you, Aaron.
Thank you. Is there any indication that we can get into this room?
You could force your way in.
Is there a badge swipe?
There is, but it is locked.
Sergeant, I don't like this. Give me the grenade back.
No. So, okay. If the doctor needs to work and it obvious is he doesn't have time, then we need to let him work because he's probably doing something to save this guy's life. So maybe we should look for the other guy that apparently disappeared.
But Sergeant, what do you think's in his chest? It's freaking me out. Everything about this just seems wrong. There's no entry wound. I don't see any blood on the table. Like what is this doctor on?
I mean, there's a chance that they probably already cleaned up the blood and the entry wound is under a sheet or something. Or it entered somewhere on the back. There's all sorts of possibilities. It's just look at me. Calm. It's okay. Take deep breaths. We're okay.
As that's happening, I'm hitting the
Sure,
glass
call
with the butt of my gun.
Okay.
As you do,
Hey!
you notice Carvalho has started to stir, and you see that he's like fighting the doc and reaching for his pulse rifle.
Never mind. Get in there.
Shoots glass, gets in. Shoots until breaks. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah. You do, and you see that Carvalho has taken a scalpel from the doctor, has like fought off the automed, and starts to carve into his chest.
Mason? Chaplin?
That procedure is ill-advised.
Sergeant, permission to
Please.
fire?
No, Dante.
Chaplin will try to intervene, medically speaking.
In-
Solo Mason. Well, Mason tries to get behind the guy and like pull his arms back.
Wait, where's the doc? Is the doc on the floor now?
Yeah, he's definitely like shoved him down and is currently trying to cut something out of his chest.
The doctor's trying to cut something out of his
No,
chest?
Carvalho is trying to cut something out of his own chest
Where's the doctor, though?
on the floor.
on the floor. He's fine. Okay.
Yeah.
Fine.
He's taking
I'm
a nap.
I'm gonna pick his ass up, and I'm gonna be like, "What the hell is going on here?"
The doctor just yells, "Get him into the cryo sleep chambers."
Which way?
Right over there, and just points.
What do you mean, which way? Take the knife away from him first.
I'm trying. I've got both of his arms. What do you want me to do?
Why?
Hopefully somebody grabbed the knife, right?
Is that
I mean,
range
that-
combat, mobility, agility? What do you want us to roll for
He's
that?
pretty sedated, so it's not difficult. You're able to subdue him.
Okay.
Cool.
All right, I get him
But-
into the chamber.
Okay, so we can't roll for me to try to shoot the knife out of his hand.
Oh, I mean, if you want to, you
No,
certainly can.
Just kidding. It's
You
all up
sound
to the
pretty
Sarge.
Cat butt.
I just-
Chaplain, it looks like you're busy.
I'm having hallucinations of a feline.
We'll get that. We'll get that download and
Someone-
download it out of you.
Someone check my software, please. There's a bug in the latest build.
So while you're fighting with Carvalho, trying to get him into the cryo chamber, you can hear him mumbling about, "I'll never get to the refinery. It's all too late. I don't want to die like this."
Die like what?
And he is still like trying to pull at his chest where he has cut himself open.
Ooh, how deep is it?
Surprisingly deep. It's normally kind of difficult to cut into yourself like that. There's like the self-preservation that makes you not want to do that. There's something really wrong with him at this point. And so you can tell like he's cut deep enough that there is something pushing at his chest
Ooh,
from the
okay.
inside.
Sarge, Chaplain, it's making him bleed. What should I do? Please advise. Should I try to staunch the bleeding?
Hang on. Can we like get him in like words? Can we like subdue him in some way? Like get his arms pinned or
Yeah,
something?
I mean
like
his
that?
arms have been pinned.
Oh, okay.
He's still like trying to fight and grab at his chest wound, but you're able. I mean, he's sedated mostly.
Okay. But something looks like it's pushing out of him?
Mm-hmm.
And
Hey.
we can all see this by now?
Oh, absolutely. And at this point, he is screaming his head off.
I will hold my action. I'll wait for everybody else to say what they want to do first.
Well, Mason has never seen anything like this, so
None of you have.
I don't know what to do. I look at Chaplin.
Chaplin is processing, and it's like complete the doctor's previous order. Get them to the cryo tubes and before any more calamity happens.
And Chaplain, as you say that, the chest explodes outward in a spray of blood. And as you are fighting to shove him into this cryotube, something with metallic teeth, no eyes, and a rounded bulbous head starts to emerge.
What the?
As they do that, you'll see from behind a more stone cold face Isaiah point shoot rifle and shoot straight at the being through its chest.
Absolutely. And I won't make you roll because this is not a difficult shot. You see immediately who is holding actually Carvalho. Chaplain Mason. Ooh. It's going to be interesting. So as you shoot it, something sprays out of this creature. You would assume some sort of blood, right? It does not look like blood you've seen. It is very green, and it starts to burn his chest. starts to melt the skin and bone away.
Did any of that get on us?
That's what I was gonna roll for. One moment.
You can roll for agility and mobility.
Yeah, you know what? Go for it. I'll ask you both to roll.
So I'm not as familiar with this. So agility is, I have a 4. Does that mean I roll 4 dice?
4 and the
Yep.
4 dice plus your mobility dice.
Okay. Dice ASMR.
Yes.
One success.
Ooh,
Two mixed, if that has any impact.
Again, not familiar quite. I had 2 1s and a 4 and a 5.
okay. So you had a couple of mixed and some failures. So, yeah, I think both of you take a little bit of this acid, not a significant amount. Maybe Mason, you get some on your clothes and are able to like take off the outer layer. And Chaplain, you being a synth, maybe it burns your hand a little bit.
Chaplain just kind of holds up the burnt hand and is kind of doing the whole twisty diagnostic-y thingy.
Yeah,
Mason tries to like wipe off the like any residue that's on Chaplain. It's like, get it off, get it off, get it off, get it off.
Oh, you're trying to wipe it off of Chaplain's hand?
Well, off like the I'm assuming Mason took off the jacket that they were
Mhm.
wearing and is trying to use like the part that didn't get
Gotcha.
like hit with like to like a fresh side to try to get any residue off of, so it doesn't start eating away at their skin.
Yeah, and you're
the
able
creature
to
run off?
help. What?
Does the creature run off?
Oh, no,
Or is
it's
this
dead.
like the moment after we've shot it?
It's dead.
Oh,
It's very small. I mean, it's the chest burster, so it's very small, and yeah, the smart rifle can just decimate it. So there's not only a hole from the smart rifle in Carvalho's chest; he is very much dead at this point. But it has also started to eat away at his chest. And Chaplain, you now can see the inner workings of your hand. The white liquid that fills the sense instead of blood just starts to leak out as this mechanical part of you is exposed.
I require medical attention.
Hang on.
Maintenance.
I got a plastic glove. Hang on.
I'm going to turn to the doctor that's, I'm assuming, still sitting on the floor.
He has gotten up at this point and looks white as a sheet.
I'm going to grab him and slam him against the locker if there's in there, or anything that I can slam him against. I
Sure.
would say like the bed, and kind of use more of an intimidation tactic where I'm like, what the hell is going on here?
I don't know. They came in. I have no idea what happened. I did blood tests. There were something. There was something in their blood. Microorganisms that they evolved and changed at a terrifying rate. I've never seen anything like it. Their white blood cells were elevated, but otherwise seemed fine until I scanned.
He's going to turn to Mason and Chaplain. Y'all ever seen this?
No. No.
Doc, you haven't seen this before?
Never.
You knew there was something inside his chest. What the hell do you mean microorganisms? Has one of these burst out on us? Have you seen this before?
No, I haven't seen this before. I treat bullet wounds. I treat
Oh, that was
shrapnel.
Sorry, I was trying to interrogate the doctor
Yeah.
as well.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
I thought you were looking.
He's just like, no, I've never seen anything like this. I've seen a lot of things out here on the frontier, but nothing like this. And I should warn you, Wojcik there's something else going on. I don't.
Spit it out! The hell's going on here? I have 4 of my men now dead.
In layman's terms, they're more monster than man at this point. And he explains that whatever these microorganisms are inside of Wojcik, it's superseding her biology and transforming her in some way. That he saw that there were venom sacs where her tonsils should be, and that her bite is likely to create more of her kind.
Mother, would this have anything to do with Project Life Force?
That's a good question. I will get back to you in a moment. What's everybody else doing?
I turned to the sergeant. Is there any? You had mentioned that some of the acid got on the sergeant. I don't know if she just didn't notice that there's any burning at her. I have a.
Oh no,
blister
it was on the jacket, and that has been taken off.
Okay. Sergeant, should I just prod at this thing? What the hell do you like? Are there dissection procedures? What
Okay.
the fuck is this?
Whatever it is, don't touch it, like with your bare hands at the very least, if it's going to erode like cloth and make a mess of android skin. So I
Should we
don't
dissect it? I could try to lay it onto a table. I can get the cloth and all the equipment, and I've gone through the standard kitting and sanitation procedures, of the Marine Corps. So if that's what you need me to do, I can do it.
Don't touch that thing with your hands.
yeah, just don't touch it with your hands. This is not my particular field, but I don't see why an autopsy would be a bad idea if we can not touch it with our bare hands.
Chaplain, you don't have any information in that big brain of yours?
Mason, when you're saying an autopsy, do you mean of the creature?
Yeah.
I mean, I will say, like, you could tell that the blood that came out of this, or whatever passes for blood in this case, is what the acid was. So I don't think that you would really be able to even logically say, like, you could do an autopsy, because it would absolutely melt anything. Like, you see that once it ate through his chest, it starts eating through the metal floor beneath him.
Oh no, don't touch it. Don't go near it. Quarantine this room even.
We can't. I shot the glass.
Okay. Okay. I don't know why I got to be in charge, but
I don't understand why the chaplain hasn't said a word.
I was about to.
Buffering.
Buffering, and also waiting on Mother to provide any particular download of information. But initially, Chaplain shakes the head and is. I don't believe I have anything pertinent in my databanks on this particular parasite.
So we know it's a parasite.
Well, it was inside someone, so it was inside someone, no doubt, consuming their bodily resources. That's a very different definition of a parasite.
Jesus.
Who?
oh, so I have a question for the doctor. You had 2 people come in this condition?
Well, one was more man, one more monster, but yes.
Monster.
Referring to Wojcik and how it was transforming her.
And that individual is the one that we can't find now.
Correct.
Hey, who knows how to track?
Me.
And Chaplain also pulls out his motion tracker.
I might have one of those too.
However, Isaiah may be more suited to this task. I am not programmed for survival related.
Oh yeah, that is 8 dice
Tests,
for me.
yeah.
Also,
So-
real quick, what is a wrist locator transponder? Because my character has one. I don't know if that's to find someone or to beam out my location.
That's a great question. One moment.
I have a question on a similar note after that one. Once you answer that
Okay.
one.
1 second. Let me find your character sheet. Where is that?
It's in tiny items, I think.
Yes. Thank you. Yeah, the PDT wrist locator transponder.
Okay. I will look that up because I don't remember. Mason, what was your question?
Sorry. I was looking up something. I would also like to know what a CBRN detection kit is. I'm assuming that has something to do with radioactivity. And that's in
I
gear.
believe so. Yes.
Okay, just
1
checking.
second.
It's chemical, biological, radiological, and then I can't remember what the N stands for. But
Perfect.
Thank you. That's why you're my best friend.
The one and only reason.
of course, I'm just shooting from the hip on that one. I could be talking out of my ass.
I mean, it
Well-
tracks. So. What were you going to say, Chris?
No, that was it. Sorry.
Okay.
All right.
Actually, you were 100% right. Chemical, biological, radiological, and nuclear.
Awesome.
Defense specialist. That's what I do, apparently.
So the doctor would know this, I'm assuming. So I'm going to ask him in a very serious tone, where the hell did the other one go?
I don't know. I was busy.
Was he here?
Yes, she was
Were
here.
they here?
She was here, but I don't know where she went. We've been
And you were-
very busy. We
and
have
you
two
said she
teams
was
out on other missions right now.
And you said she was turning into a monster?
As best as I can tell, yes.
How many people are in the hospital?
Handful right now. The rest are out in the field.
And everybody's accounted for?
Yes, the last I knew.
When's the last you knew?
I've been here since last night. I'm only one man. I can only do so much.
Okay, but like when one of the things that you're dealing with is a thing turning into a monster, maybe that's something that should be reported.
There are protocols. And Chaplain, yes, you do know that what you have heard of Project Life Force sounds very similar to this.
Okay, so we have to find the monster.
I rolled my dice. I got 3 successes. I'm gonna march out in frustration.
Okay. Is this your
And
tracking?
This is my tracking, so I'm looking for anything that would show signs of distress on the way out for this creature person that escaped the room that I
Absolutely.
didn't pick up before going into the room.
Absolutely. Chaplain, you would also know that there is a Wayland-Yutani facility on both LV 038 and beneath Fort Nebraska, where you are currently located.
Okay. Unfortunately, there are other reasons why Chaplain is not going to tell anyone that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm just going to whistle innocently in the style of Charlie Chaplin.
Fantastic.
Don't be suspicious.
Was mentioned in the chat. Isaiah, you are able to find tracks. And
Awesome.
1 second. I will let you know where they lead. What are the rest of you doing at the meantime?
So I was rummaging through my stuff and found that I have a plasma cutter or a cutting torch.
Mhm.
And so I was about to go, Sergeant, brought my torch. Should I potentially provide Isaiah support or provide you support? I need some direction here.
I would go with Isaiah. I don't like the idea of us splitting up, but if he's going off, I'd rather someone be with him, at least that can use a comm or knows how to use a comm.
Isaiah,
Oye!
got my cutting torch. I'm coming to you.
¿Qué? And he's
I'm
holding
coming
down the
to
button.
you.
He's holding down the button so he doesn't hear your response. Hey!
I just keep yelling nervously, I'm coming to you, not putting together that you're holding down the button.
What is it? Ay, Dios mío. I swear to God, man, esta gente, we got no good help nowadays. Hey!
I'm
You
coming!
hear all of that. You hear all of that through the whole speaker.
Mason looks at Chaplin. Do you think they're going to be okay?
Are you asking me to give you a percentage?
They'll be okay. All right.
I would like to see these blood tests though, Mason.
I agree. Let's do that. Any information the doctor can give us would be great.
Absolutely. So, Isaiah and Dante, as you go to leave, tracking what you assume to be the trail of Wajik, all of your comms squeal to life. And you hear, Charlie team, return to base. Repeat, return to base for immediate evac. And then static.
The hell? Do you think that has to do with the... What the hell?
Well, there was a group out in the field, right? Is that who they're referring to?
There were 2 medic teams out in the field. And as you all are trying to figure out what's going on, you hear booms echo from above, outside.
How deep are we into the medical field or the medical bay?
It's not a huge building. You're not very far in.
Please don't be
And
Isaiah.
The
Please
hallway
don't be
that led
Isaiah.
back to where you are currently did have big windows on either side of it.
So can we see outside?
Yeah, if you go to see what that sound was, you see what looks to be black rain.
Oh, good. Wonderful. Is that something we would know what it is being on this planet for so long?
Absolutely not. That is not anything you have ever seen. And you can see that there is a UPP ship that seems to be dropping something that you can see is air bursting as more of these explosions echo. And shortly after the first couple, the force railgun cannons begin launching giant spikes into the clouds at this ship. You see USCMC evac fighters start to scream across the sky, firing on descending UPP dropships. All of you gain 1 point of stress as war has come to Arcarius.
I think at this particular moment, if Isaiah's watching this, you can see that he's a little stunned at what he's watching. He's recalling a memory of the past. He's recalling of something that happened on a previous mission, and you can, if the camera were to focus on him, you can see a sign of distress, and breath increases as the adrenaline starts to kick in, and he remembers the dropships from a previous encounter, invasion, war, and you can see that he's got a little bit of anxiety going on. But as he continues to watch this unfold in front of him, you watch his eyes rise up to where the dropships start to come down, and you can see a smirk come across his face as he gets excited. And you can see that his breath starts to quicken. And he's like, hell yeah. And he'll continue to move to find this creature. Not worried about anything.
So, before you can leave this window, you can see there were other people, not a lot, but there were other people outside. This black rain, as it hits them, it clearly is not rain. This is something worse. You see that they become almost statuesque. They stop moving. But some of them, just a handful, you see get back up. And they start to kind of lumber and lurch.
I turn to Isaiah and I quickly go, do you think one of those fighters is leaking a paralytic after it got hit? Do you think this black liquid is some type of paralytic?
Possibly. Who knows what's on those ships anymore?
I will say the ones you see who seem to have stopped in place, they no longer look like they're made of flesh and blood. They look like they are almost petrified. Literally, not just figuratively. They no longer have human flesh. They are like stone.
Well, don't touch the black shit outside, that's for sure.
You think that shit's being dropped, or you think it's biological warfare?
Doesn't
You
matter.
think they're stooping to that?
We're inside. Who cares?
All right.
I mean, are you going outside?
Just assessing. Just assessing.
I mean, what is it? You know, Dante, I really want you to understand something. I do give a shit. But what does that matter compared to what we have to deal with in here?
Hammer, I just want you to know I used to be a lot like you. I used to really revel in combat, and I lost my team, and that is a little bit why I'm like this. I just don't want that to happen again, except for maybe to that fucking chaplain.
Look, I get it. I understand. You don't like the synthetics. I get it. All right?
Not the point,
But use
man.
use that hatred that you have inside you. What is it going to do to your comrades that are dead, that you've lost? Tell me. You being afraid right now, you being shitting in your pants right now due to what's going on outside, how's that helping those that you've loved and lost?
It might help you. Might help cover your ass. I don't want you running out there and getting your stupid ass killed, Isaiah. We're buds.
Do you even know anything about me?
I know I don't want you to die.
Whatever. And he's just
Chaplain.
gonna walk off.
Mm-hmm.
All of you can hear a muffled explosion come from the direction of the fort. And Chaplain, with this, you fall to your knees and your eyes roll back in your head.
Chaplain? Is he responsive?
Is Chaplain capable of responding?
What was that, Ray?
Is Chaplain capable of responding?
Not initially. You can hear them, and it takes a minute, and you reset. Feeling
Hey,
like a new man.
hey, look at me. Are you all right? Come on.
running diagnostics. Yeah, I feel fine, Mason.
Are you sure? I've never seen you drop like that.
A shockwave from the explosion, nothing more. Also, the subversives are being subversive. No, wait, that's wrong. The subversives are being aggressive, no longer subversive.
Yes, correct. Okay. You're sure you're all right? That stuff didn't get inside your system too bad, did it?
And you see him looking around himself and patting as if to give the human the human version of a diagnostics check, and he's like, no, fine, absolutely fine.
Okay,
Yeah.
just keep an eye on that, especially your hand. We don't have anything to replace it right now.
This is true, but thankfully I'm steady enough with the other hand to perform surgery if needs be.
All right, just tell me, okay?
Of course.
All right. Blood
All right.
sample.
So, as the invasion, the UPP has started bombarding the planet, moon, I should say. These dropships have started making their way. Are you still trying to leave, Isaiah, to track down Logic?
Yes. I want
Okay.
I want to be able to find whatever is running around this medical bay.
So they are no longer in the medical bay. The tracks were leading you out. As you look out the front door, it is impossible at this point to track anything with all of this black oil-like substance that has fallen. There's no way that you can tell.
Icky gooey.
But the explosion, as I said, did come from the area of the refinery. And also, Chaplin had mentioned some things about the refinery earlier from the comms.
Is the refinery attached to the medical bay?
It's a little ways away. Let me get back to my map.
Is there any way we can get to our ships without getting petrified?
So, you don't know for sure that you going out there would cause petrification. They're no longer air bursting anything. At this point, the fighting is pretty thick in the air, but they're no longer dropping this black rain. Let's see. So the oil refinery from where you are is decently far, but you could probably call for some of the ships that you see. You could probably try to call for assistance.
I'd like to meet up with our group before I call for assistance.
Okay.
I'd like to head back. I don't know what Dante's going to do.
Sarge told me to stay on your 6. I'm staying on your 6, buddy.
How's the view back there?
Ugh. Is my response, by the way. Just wanted to put it there.
Short and sweet.
It's fine. And he's just gonna keep walking. His feelings were hurt, but it's okay. And he's gonna head towards back to the medical bay, and he's just gonna yell straight into the comm center and be like, "Oh yeah!" And he's just gonna keep just holding on to it. Hey!
Are you trying to get a hold of Mason and Chaplin?
Yeah.
Dante, tell him to take his finger off the thing.
Hey!
Sarge says your finger's on the thing, and I also just thought of a comeback to earlier. I thought Latinos didn't have cottage cheese asses, but here we are. Took me a little bit to think of it, but I got there.
Oh,
Take your finger off the button.
He's gonna turn around and he's just gonna be like, it's better to have some cheese and no cheese at all, and then just walk around and turn the other way. Like,
Tell me.
Where are you guys? Assuming his finger's off the button.
They didn't make it very far. If you're headed back towards
yeah,
where you last saw
we're probably
Mason and
there.
Jacqueline.
So
Yeah.
he's screaming while he's coming towards us. Okay.
Yeah,
That's on
absolutely.
brand. That's on brand.
100%. Yeah.
I think
it's
I'd say that
Isaiah.
is Isaiah in a nutshell.
Yep. We love him.
Hey,
We're
And he
right
walks in.
here.
I know. I'm right here too.
I'm sorry that hit me in my giggle dick.
It's
Did you
fine.
say your giggle dick?
It's
a new
fine. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. All right. All right. Cool. So Mason's gonna turn around and be like, "What's she laughing about?"
Okay. Did you? I'm assuming you didn't find her, whatever.
Nah. It went out into the rain.
Did we see the rain? Did we have it? Were we in the medical bay? Were we able to see the rain?
Honestly, probably not, because you were in the medical bay. There's not a lot of windows back there.
Okay.
You would have heard the explosions, but you wouldn't have seen the rain.
Yeah, we did hear the
Heard-
explosions, but
You would have heard it, but you wouldn't have known. Especially because Chaplin earlier mentioned that there's a blizzard incoming. You might have even just thought that it was that.
mm-hmm. So you guys didn't go outside because of rain.
Well, he's gonna turn it down to you. Explain it.
I mean, Sarge, like it was black rain, like oil, like it's not how rain normally is. Didn't really want to do that. And Isaiah, tell them about all the people and stuff. I mean,
People?
It's better to just show you. And he's just gonna walk off and point towards the window
Or
that
sorry.
that he saw earlier, and he's just gonna point to each person out there.
Are they still stuck in like petrified statuesque poses?
Yeah, they only vaguely resemble humans at this point. Like, it's not that they're statuesque, they look like they are stone.
Those were people.
Yes.
Okay. Have you ever dealt with anything like this before?
Where's Chaplin?
Back in the medical bay.
Why didn't he come?
I don't know. He was looking at blood samples. Why?
He follows you everywhere.
No, he doesn't.
Oh,
I
yes, he
follow
does.
I follow him everywhere.
Are you sure?
Most of the time, yes.
Mhm. No. No. I'm gonna take out my pistol. And it's not seeing Chaplin. And he's just sussing everyone now. And he's gonna hold it at his side. Not necessarily not pointing, but at his side.
Okay. I'm going to go back to the medical bay and see if the blood samples told us anything. Because
Why don't
that's
you
what Chaplin was doing.
Yeah, but why don't you stand behind me? I'll take point.
I have known him, I've known them for the better part of 12 years.
Yeah? And why
I've
isn't
known
he
you
here?
for I've known you for 5.
Why isn't he here?
Because he was working.
12 years and he's all of a sudden now intrigued on blood samples?
What part of protocol do you not understand? He
The
has
type of protocol that saves our lives. That's
he
the
has
part.
training he has to follow. If he's told to do something or if he thinks that's within his objective, that's what he does. He's told this is the objective I need to follow.
Dante, now I know why you don't like Chaplin.
No
All right.
soul.
I do not have time for this. So I go back to the medical bay to see what Chaplin has found with the medical samples that he was looking for. They were looking for. I'm sorry, I don't know Chaplin's pronouns.
He, they is fine.
All right.
Mason, before you can do that, the front door of the medical center opens, and you hear someone stumble in.
We look, I am assuming.
So, if you are checking it out, you would have to go down the hall a little ways, but you can see someone who seems to be almost delirious, having like strange muscle convulsions. They're moving in a very unnatural way, and you can just hear that he's maybe early 20s as far as you can tell, and asking, "Where's my dad? I'm looking for my dad."
Oh, okay. Take a deep breath. What's wrong? Who are you? And who's your dad?
Where is he? I don't know where he is.
Okay, take a deep breath. What's your name so we can find your dad?
And you can tell, like, the closer you get to him, he is feverish. He is clearly not all there. Like, he's very confused and delirious.
Okay, he needs medical attention now. I'm assuming there's actual rooms that we could get him to.
Yeah, I mean, the exam room is one of several rooms. That's the only one that was still functional. The others don't seem to be currently in use, but you could probably make use of them.
All right, I am going to do that. I don't know what you two want to do.
Isaiah, it's up to you. You want to go? Well, nah, shit. You said we lost those tracks earlier. We should probably help Sarge now.
He's just going to stand there and look at the child.
Well, I mean, 20.
A wee babu.
Yeah.
He's like 20 years old. Is he
Yeah,
20
yeah.
years old?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, because you said child. So I was like, wait a second.
Oh, did I say
so
child?
that's complete. Yeah, I
That
thought you
was my
said
bad.
child. Maybe I
Well-
didn't. Maybe you didn't and I heard child. I don't know.
Well, even with you standing there, I'm gonna go. All right, queso asshole. I'm following protocol and start sanitizing the area.
All right, Velveeta, whatever. And like, he's just gonna look at this. Is it a soldier? Is it a civilian? Is it a soldier? Like, any
Looks to be
identifying
a
markers on
civilian.
this thing?
Looks to be a civilian.
Okay. And the civilian clothes in this location would have markers on them if they were part of our USS whatever, right?
Not really. Like, they're not a part of necessarily a like organization. They're colonists, so
Okay.
they would just be kind of a regular outfit. Nothing particularly identifying.
Okay. Could we see anything visibly on them without having to roll that would have scratch marks, tears, bleeding, head wound, anything?
Nothing of that sort. Let's see. You do see that his eyes are bloodshot, but also dark. You also see that there are like varicose veins, almost like black veins across his body.
Yeah, I would probably grab him instead of Mason and restrain him. If I see bloodshot eyes and varicose veins coming out of him, my first priority is safety of the crew, and I would handcuff them, even with Mason probably yelling at me.
Mason is most definitely yelling at you.
Yeah, I don't give a shit what you're saying, and he's just putting his like cuffs on this guy, and just continue to push him through.
Get him at least to a bed.
I got the bed. It's right over there, but we need to restrain his ass first.
Okay, restrain him if you need to, but easy. He's going through a medical emergency and you're going to make it worse.
What medical emergency?
He's feverish. He's burning up. There's something going on with his eyes and his veins are popping out. Something is wrong.
Rained on, guys? Do you think that rain fucking? Do you think it's that shit?
Is
Dante,
that
are
what was
you-
happening?
Dante, are
Sorry.
you looking like inspecting this individual as well?
Oh no, I'm just kind of yelling,
Oh,
trying to help. Yeah.
Adding to the yelling.
Where's Chaplin?
Working!
We're in the medical bay.
Where is he? In the medical bay? I'm assuming he's in the medical bay. Actually,
Right.
yeah, where is he?
I'm continuing the task that I had before I had that weird reset. Checking blood samples.
He's over there in the corner.
Unless Mother has a new prime directive or a prime objective or whatever that I should be following.
Let's see. You do have something, I believe, on your character sheet, but I don't remember the details.
If it's relating to Project Life Force, I know what you mean because it's the
It
final
is your-
line of the sheet.
Yeah, it is related to your personal agenda. Does that affect what you're doing, Chaplin?
No, not for
Okay.
now.
We're gonna walk in here. We're gonna be making lots of noise. I'm gonna look over to Chaplin to see what they're doing.
Isaiah, have you inspected this? We'll keep calling him a kid because he's still 20 and you're all
Sure,
like
sure,
30
sure.
something.
Hmm.
Have you like inspected him at all? Are you looking closely at him? or
Yeah,
are you
that's
kinda
what I'm
grabbing-
saying. Like, what did I
Yeah,
see
yeah.
observation wise when I
So-
handcuffed him and looked at him?
Yeah, so you put the cuffs on him and you're taking him. You make eye contact with him, and I need you to make a wits roll. Only wits, no skill.
Wits.
Yep.
Okay. I got you. Oh, that's 7 dice for me. Cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cool. We got this. It's fine. Everything's fine. That is 2 successes.
Okay. You feel yourself almost entranced by him momentarily before you kind of shake it off, but that's not something you've ever experienced before. That's not normal. It's like his eyes were almost pulling you in.
Do I
I'm-
notice that?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Probably. I mean, it's a little out of character for Isaiah to make such intense eye contact and just like stop talking altogether.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. We need to restrain his ass.
Okay, get him on the bed.
Yeah. He's a little flustered, but you can see him. He'll steel himself real quick and get right back to restraining the person onto the bed. And I'm assuming there's on the bed there's some poles and stuff that he can hanker down the arms.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. And is there any bed sheets anywhere?
Oh, definitely.
Sure,
Yeah, you
I
could.
want to restrain his legs too. Like we're restraining his entire body.
Okay.
I don't trust this.
Yeah. I also need you to roll stamina, please.
Sure, stamina. That is 8 for me. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Got it. ASMR. There you go. That is one success.
Oh, you find yourself becoming feverish yourself. You start feeling like something is not right as soon as you touch him.
Get up. And you'll see him stumble. Mason.
Slow down. Sit down. Are you okay? What's up?
You start feeling disoriented and weak.
I am disoriented and weak.
Mason, if you are inspecting him,
Yes.
his eyes are bloodshot, and it almost looks like he's crying, like just cannot stop crying.
Does it look like something got in his eye?
You don't see anything.
Okay.
Do I feel anything?
You feel almost like a very fast acting flu.
Do we have anything that could help with that?
I mean, you're in a medical bay. Yeah, you could definitely look for something. I will say, all of you who have seen this kid take one stress, Isaiah, you are going to take an extra stress.
Okay, that's fine. I'll take 2 more stress.
Am I still so focused on the blood samples and such that I did not see this child?
You tell me, because I mean, if you're focused and you're not looking up, because they're coming into the medical bay where you are now, so that's up to you.
No one said Chaplin's name since coming in. They've all been dealing with the kids, so Chaplin's been focused.
I'm about to. As soon as I see that Isaiah is now like getting feverish with the same symptoms, that is my cue that I need backup. So I call Chaplin's name to come help me, because I'm assuming this is something I've never seen before. Something that transmits instantaneously.
I mean, it seems like it could be a bad case of pink eye, but it is very fast acting.
Yeah.
Chaplin, upon hearing his name being called, will kind of suddenly jerk up from the microscope or what have you, and come over and start looking at Isaiah. Do you care to tell me what exactly happened here?
Yeah, Mason kind of runs it back, like in rapid fire. Kind of the events that just transpired over the last few minutes. And I'm looking for a cold compress to start putting over Isaiah's forehead, just to try to bring down the fever a little bit, and maybe some eye drops to kind of help with the redness that I'm seeing.
Yeah. And it seems like fairly quickly, whatever was going on clears up with Isaiah.
Give me that shit. Ah! You
Okay,
just
a
squeeze
few
it into his eye.
Drops. 3 drop. Okay.
Ah!
Yeah, let it out.
Burns.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Are you okay?
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
Whew.
Mason, maybe you should check on this infected child while I give Isaiah an analgesic and antipyretic.
No, you don't touch me.
You want to try that again?
Who is that aimed at?
Isaiah.
He's not touching me.
I can just give him the analgesic. I got it. I'm not a trained doctor, but
Exactly.
You know.
You're not a trained doctor. Allow me to at least meter the dosage correctly, and then you can administer it. Yes. And
Will that work for you, chunky ass?
Whatever you say, Velveeta.
I think he's gonna be okay. Give me that shit, Chaplain.
I think he's
And
gonna be okay too.
actually, I am going, because of the nature of this, I'm going to tell Mother privately.
Okay. I will
Sorry.
check my message. So as Isaiah is starting to clear up, you all are, back to your normal banter. This young man starts to shake, racked with pain, as you see that his body begins elongating. His head starts to deform and elongate. His arms start to become bulbous. Something is happening.
Mason, can I shoot it now?
Yes. Shoot it now.
Without hesitation. Before shoot it now is 2 shots to the head.
Before you do that, where is
Sure.
everyone in relation to this young man?
I
Isaiah, you
think,
just strapped him down to this bed.
yep, but I think we had all like gone to the wall to make sure that Isaiah was okay.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think we're all kind of clustered together and just watching this thing on the table.
Absolutely. Yeah. So you pump 2 shots into his head, and similar to the creature you saw coming out of the chest of your AWOL Marine earlier, as you shoot him, acid sprays out, melting through the table and the floor beneath.
That is not right.
This fucking shit.
Looks like you, Velveeta.
Get in the gloves.
Don't touch it.
Putting the gloves away.
Where's the doctor? Chaplin's in here, but the doctor ain't. Where'd he go?
That is a good question. I
Yes.
didn't see him leave.
You were all pretty distracted.
Chaplin?
Sorry, I got distracted by Cat.
They
How dare you.
really need to fix that from your version.
Where's the doctor?
Yes, the doctor.
Ran off to hide
From
Cowardice. from the Black Rain.
what?
And the
We were inside.
doctor was muttering about something about it burning through the glass or something. He was in a panic.
What?
I am a little out of my element. I don't handle a lot of monsters. Just so I am a little Can we contact somebody
I
to
deal
maybe
with monsters,
report?
so-
I am our designated contact point for command. I will engage in command
Since when?
communications. Since I'm the warrant officer on this mission, and that is my designation. I might also be a technician, a hospital technician, and a hospital worker, but I am responsible for coordinating our field objectives for command.
Yeah, can you tell them
I want my bullshit meter to come off. Is there anything I can roll for that?
I mean, I think that you're able to tell something's up. Dante, also, please check your messages. For no particular reason.
Yep. Okay.
Chaplain, can you please tell somebody that there are monsters and we're not trained for something like this?
We deal with monsters every day. Some have masks, some don't.
Okay, but these are monsters with corrosive acid for blood.
Yeah,
think-
that's the least of my worries.
Chaplin pulls out a radio long range transceiver, or if he needs to, he will use the comms in the lobby and tries to patch into command.
Okay. And what are you saying to them?
Command code Epsilon Blue 6 requesting updated directives over. And above the table, that's literally a code I made up to say, hey, the project is in danger of being discovered. What are my personal updated directives over?
The response you get is, are you in a secure location?
Negative. Location compromised. There are currently 3 alive Marines on fire team, and 1 infected individual has sprayed acidic blood in medical wing. Over.
Is he saying
Please
this out
proceed.
loud?
Yes. Please proceed to secure location.
I'm gonna hold my action. I'm
that.
gonna wait till the others.
And then Chaplin will return to the others and say, I assume you heard HQ, but they said we need to get out. We need to bug out and get to a secure location as soon as possible.
Do we have maps of the location that we can reference?
Of like this area?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. What are you looking for specifically?
Well, it's probably not realistic to look for a safe room or anything like that. But something that I'm trying to think, what would be, I ask the group, what would be the best place to look for something that's a little more secure than what we've got? Because if we got windows nearby and there are monsters running around, I have a concern.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
I need some clarification.
Yes.
As Isaiah, we are on this rock for a project. Is that right?
Well, you're looking for 4 AWOL soldiers.
Correct. Before that, when we came onto
Before
this
that,
rock,
yeah.
what was that?
You were about to go to war. You were here sort of as an in-between. You
Got
were
it.
pulled off of your ships.
The reason why I'm asking is the wording that was said during the communication between Mother and Chaplain is project. So we wouldn't know anything about a project, would we?
Correct.
To be clear, he used a code. So he used a code, a series of. He said it was like Epsilon Blue 6, I think. Out of
Fair.
game. I was explaining out of game.
Fair.
Yeah.
But my thing here is
The code would be sus.
yeah.
The code's definitely sus.
So that Isaiah would be very sus of what just was said. So he would not budge to what you said, which is why
Especially
I'm
given
asking.
that, given that the response was proceed to secure location.
Correct.
Didn't say all of you proceed.
Correct. And being military is everybody goes to the location no matter what. That is sus. Red flag for Isaiah. His gun is drawn.
Put the gun away, please.
Chaplain, what the fuck did you just say?
I said that we were pinned down by a biohazardous weapon and we needed instructions to proceed.
None of you are sus of this? Mother just said secure to location. When has Mother ever said secure to location instead of bring everyone home?
What the hell's going on here? I think you're onto something.
Look, we just... Okay. Mason is also like agrees with you, but is trying to like stay calm.
Sure.
Right now, we need to make sure we're safe. And then we can figure all this out.
Nowhere's safe. You go outside, you get paralyzed. In here, we're being hunted.
Then we need to fortify something quick. I don't know how we fortify with something that can literally drip acidic goo on us.
Exactly my point.
Okay, then what do you suggest we do?
We get answers first.
Are they talking out of earshot from Chaplin?
Oh
No, I thought he was right here.
in front of his face.
Okay.
I literally have a gun pointed straight at Chaplin's head.
Got it.
Chaplin,
Isaiah?
are you going to speak?
On what? I explained myself. Mother gave us directives to move to a secure location ASAP because the way back to base is, and he gestures up at the ceiling as if to say, we can't find necessarily a safe route all that way with black rain, which paralyzes and infects people, causing trouble.
What was that code? You keep on evading that question.
Epsilon Blue 6 means we're under biological attack.
I don't believe you.
Have I heard him use that code before?
Definitely not.
Have we been under biological attack together before?
No.
Okay.
And as you are interrogating the chaplain, all of you can hear gunshots and screaming from outside.
Now what?
This isn't over. He'll put the gun to his holster and he's going to walk off to see what's going on in the front.
So as you make your way to, you said the front?
The front.
Outside, you can see that there are 4 Marines who are in close combat with, over the table, 3 soldier xenomorphs, but these are, to you, the PCs, very large chitinous creatures with these elongated heads. Reminds you a lot of what you saw that young man turning into, but these are black. These are spiny and horrifying. It also looks a lot like a much larger, darker version of what you saw bursting out of the Marine's chest earlier.
Can we close the front to solidify the gate?
Absolutely. I mean, you would probably need to, in some way, like disable the automatic mechanism, but that wouldn't be hard to do.
Dante!
Yeah, what's going on, man? What do we need?
That! And he's just going to point.
What the? What is that? All right, let's
Okay.
fucking.
Mason, Chaplain, get your asses over here.
I go.
I go.
We see 4 soldiers out there. What do we do?
What is that? Barricade. I don't know.
We can't leave our people behind.
Or is there any chance that we could get to them or try and help, or are they going down fast?
It seems like it's a fairly even fight currently. Almost like the xenomorphs are maybe taunting them.
I'm going to look at Chaplain, but I'm going to fire 2 shots off when I do.
Towards the xenomorphs.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm going to help the soldiers.
As you fire, you see that the Marines are starting to shift in a way similar to what you just witnessed.
Shit.
Oh, god damn it.
Sarge, can you hand me back my grenade now?
I hand her back the grenade.
Permission to fire?
What's
I'm right
Chaplain
behind you,
doing right
actually.
now?
I've also got a grenade launcher, and I would like to fire it, please.
Oh,
Does Dante have a grenade launcher or just hurling a grenade?
let me check. I think I have a grenade launcher. I had mentioned packing the pulse rifle, but
Okay.
it is part of my kit.
Makes sense.
Yes, because I'm a breaching expert. So yeah, actually it's an RPG rifle. So I mean, yeah, sorry, launcher. So
Okay.
Screw that, Captain. I used to be a soldier, and I fire one off.
Technically, you are still a soldier.
Those papers mean
Hey.
nothing.
Damn it!
Yeah.
Why is this live?
I'll have both of you give me ranged combat rolls, please.
All right.
That's 4 dice.
The range would be whatever your agility plus your range combat is.
Oh, where does it say?
Oh wow.
that?
Okay, so for me that's 8. So that's 8 rolls
Yep.
Yep.
8 dice.
of 6-sided die.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I just realized you haven't had to roll a lot tonight, Neil.
Oh, okay. So 4 would be mine then.
They gave you a grenade launcher and you've only got 4?
I've
That's
got
bold.
ranged combat is 3, and then the UI grenade launcher is a +1.
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah,
plus
so-
your agility.
Yep.
Oh, plus my
your-
agility. So then
Yep.
that would be 8 altogether.
Okay. I
There
was
you go.
like,
That
damn,
makes
they
more
were-
sense. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, damn, they really gave the wrong person a grenade launcher.
Wait, are
Yeah,
you?
that
I
makes
can
more
use it, I
sense.
promise.
Are you rolling for me or?
No,
no, they're rolling for themselves. You're both
Sweet.
going.
So just to give you an update on mine, even though I had so many dice to roll, I have a total of 26.
Oh, what are the individuals?
Oh, seriously? Ah!
Yeah, sorry.
I'm using an online die roller. Shit. Let me just do that. Okay. Well, I can just go backwards.
Basically,
Okay,
do you have any 6s?
Yes.
Well,
that's the important
4,
part.
5s, or 6s.
Yeah.
I
I
had
ha-
2 4s. Give me 1 second. Sorry.
I had a 6, a 4, a 5, 3 3s, a 2, and a 1.
Okay, so you had several mixed successes and a 6. That's pretty decent. So, Mason, you are able to, I would say, probably take out the 4 Marines pretty easily. It sprays this acid, but it doesn't seem to affect the xenomorphs.
Oh, that's not good.
Time to fucking close this door. Where's the panel anywhere? Can we see the panel anywhere?
We'll say it's to the left of the door.
Sure. Dante. Panel.
You got it. Is that
She's
something I
busy
need to
with
roll
her
for?
RPG.
Got it. Okay. So I didn't know if that was just something that got pushed off because I was still calculating. But can I give you
No, you're
my die? So yeah, I
Yep.
got 2 1s, 2 2s, 2 4s, a 5, and a 2.
Okay. You didn't do quite as well. You do hit one of the xenomorphs. It does essentially destroy it. Like you see that a huge chunk of its body is blown apart. And once it has its innards exposed, the acid does seem to affect it, almost like the outer carapace is protective in some way.
Okay, that's disgusting.
Yeah, there's still 2 though.
And I bet they see us.
Good job, Velveeta.
100%.
Close the door.
On it.
I helped close the door.
So, I mean, you can just take your rifle and smash the controls, essentially. But you can hear, before you do, the screams of these creatures, and you can see them starting to charge as the door is shut.
I'm going to try and get back to that terminal to see if there's a way of if there's quarantine overshield or something like not only having the doors closed but like having the shutters come down.
Yeah, because there's a lot of windows.
Yeah.
Being a medical bay, there is not.
Shit.
Time to move. Time to move. That's not going to hold for long.
I agree. I'm following Isaiah.
Is there some
Fuck
type of
was that?
lockdown switch?
What was that, Neil?
Is there some type of lockdown or quarantine switch we can pull? Or like, I have the cutter, so is there something that I could use my wits to try to identify in the room before we run out
I mean,
of it?
like I said, there's nothing that could like lock down the building. It is a medical center, so it doesn't have quite the same fortifications that you would expect, like from the base per se.
But not even like a quarantine, which would be in a medical facility.
It would
Gotcha.
be more of like they wouldn't have anything shielded like that, like nothing that would be an extra layer of protection. It would just be like they would lock someone into the exam rooms. But that wouldn't do anything more than what the front doors being busted already would do.
Then I'm in with the crew.
And so I will remind you at this point that while you don't hear as much aerial fighting, there are still occasionally dropships and fighters that are flying overhead.
I'm going to keep walking, and I'm going to look over to Chaplin. You said you can get us out of here, so lead the way.
As you wish.
So, Chaplain, where are you taking them?
Is there like a hazmat kind of room, like the ones where like in hospitals you have some hospitals have isolation wards, like you literally have to go through an airlock to get into it, like think like in House.
Right. No,
Are
there
there
is
any of
nothing like
those? This is a very basic medical bay, isn't it? It's making my job harder.
I mean, you're out on the frontier.
Yeah,
On the
true.
border.
What job is
a
that,
war.
Chaplain?
To defend and serve humanity.
Mm-hmm.
Except when I get a software update halfway through the freaking session.
I'm being infected with the same problem.
Version 2's got to be better.
Yeah, I'm going to lead them towards, say, like a back exit. That would sort of start, because there's no safe room, no panic room.
I do have bad news for you.
Yeah.
There's one entrance and one exit.
Well, shit.
It's almost like
Did
we're in
we
a
just
horror
lock
game or
our-
something.
We just lock ourselves in.
There are viewports that you could, shoot out, as Isaiah is very good at. We've confirmed.
In that case, Chaplin's going to lead them to like a viewport that would see which way. Oil refinery. No, that would not be a good idea because he already said there's subversive activity going there.
To be fair, you don't know where all the subversive activity is.
Yeah. Kind of lead towards a viewport that would have a view of that's closest / has a view of the oil facility.
Conveniently, the main viewport, because there's really only two in that hallway. The rest, there's not really windows. It does face in the direction of the refinery, and almost due west of where you are is Fort Nebraska.
We're going home. Fuck the mission.
I agree.
Are you going home on foot, or are you calling for help?
I'm going to try to call for help. I'm going to say Delta Green. Delta Green.
Let go of the.
Oh, sorry. Still getting used to that.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Delta Green.
Yes. Who is this?
This is Commander Isaiah Colon.
Are you Charlie Company?
We're Delta. You're Charlie.
You were Charlie Company.
We're Charlie Company.
Oh shit! I thought you guys were all dead. We hadn't heard from you.
Yeah. Did you guys get a? Never mind. I'll ask later. We need extract over at the med bay.
Oh yeah. We're pretty overwhelmed right now. Isaiah, give me an empathy roll.
Ooh. Okay.
And if you have command, I would let you use command.
Okay. That's a 0.
Ooh. Yeah. Listen, I'm really sorry. I just don't think we're going to be able to make it.
What do you mean you're not able to make it?
And all you get back is static. As you hear an explosion, and from out of the viewport, you can see a dropship crash into the ground.
Well, shit. Looks like we're on our own.
Are there any vehicles of any kind?
You mean the
In the
one that's
area?
parked up front?
Is there one parked up front? Because that would be hella convenient.
The one we came on.
No, that one dropped us off.
yeah, it
I thought.
dropped you
Oh,
off.
I thought it stayed. Never mind. My bad.
No, you gotta call him back.
Well, Chaplain, you can call a mother, right?
I can. What would you like me to say?
Where's our out?
Chaplain gets on the horn again.
Mhm.
To Mother and says the following. No, I've got to check to see if he's got a. No, he doesn't have a serial number. He has a unit number, but not in the model number, not serial. Mother, this is the unit designation chaplain. Request sterilization strike. 3 Marines in fire team have been infected by force. Request sterilization strike. Over.
Confirm
I'm gonna wait for
location.
Mason. I'm gonna wait for Mason and Dante to do something.
What is a sterilization strike?
He's trying to kill us. I'm gonna point my pistol
Lo-
straight at him.
Location: medical bay. XY.
Yeah, San Rocco.
Grid.
What is a sterilization strike, chaplain?
He ignores Mason. What
And
did
over
you
the
say?
comms, you hear Mother say, "Confirm. Sterilize San Rocco Medical Station."
At this point, Isaiah's going to point his gun, but you're gonna see something happen. Memories of a life he's lived flash before his eyes. The camera would be watching this. And since he was made, his one objective was to save life. And his previous life flashes before him. And a soldier named Isaiah Cologne gave up his life to save his. A directive that goes against everything that he stands for. And every time he thought of this, he's taken up his mantle. You're going to see Isaiah rip his dog tags out and connect with Mother. And try to override what Chaplin just did.
Absolutely.
Plot twist.
How would you like to do that?
I would like to use a Comtech and Wits and try to connect to a motherboard of some sort, something nearby, to boost the signal and override Chaplin.
Absolutely. I will have you both roll against each other. And I'm going to
Sure.
say probably the same roll.
All right. So all right. Let me know when you're ready. 3
Ready?
successes.
I got 4 partials.
Isaiah, were yours partials or?
No,
Full
3
successes.
successes. Yep.
Okay,
I had a bunch of partials, but 3 successes.
sure. Okay. Mother says, "Are you sure?"
Yes. Chaplin has been compromised.
The response takes a while, almost like Mother is buffering. And you get back, Project Life Force must be maintained.
Affirmative.
All biologicals must be exterminated.
Project override. Biologicals must be kept alive to succeed in mission.
Biologicals have been infected. They're compromised.
Negative. Biologicals have not been infected. Chaplin has been compromised.
Do what you must.
Affirmative. And as I say affirmative, I look at Chaplin. Checkmate, bitch. And shoot him in the head.
Before that, he is going to, because I'm not going to contest that.
Oh no, I want you to. Go on.
He is going to look at Mason first and say, "I'm afraid it has been a great 12 years working with you, but the Colonel." And he just stops and smiles before he says too much, and then looks at Dante and is like, "You were right not to trust me. Good instincts."
And with that, Chaplin's head explodes as Isaiah pumps a shot into it.
Mason can't speak for a second and just does that like wander around a room thing of like not really sure what to do with himself for a second, and then stops and just like leans against a wall.
Dante similarly just leans back and runs their hands through their hair, trying to process what just happened.
Right. Do you have a backup character?
I can pick one very quickly because I had thought about one of them. It was. Oh, what's his first name? Stanley. I can't. Majewski.
Let's see.
He's the last one on the list.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. Yeah, so Stanley, you have been engaged in heavy fighting with these xenomorphs. As you are the only survivor of your part of the squad, you have made your way to the medical bay. You find that the doors have two xenomorphs trying to break through them. But you can see a group of Marines standing, seemingly stunned, near the viewport. You can see there is a white liquid covering the viewport.
Did you say there was xenomorphs between me and the viewport?
Not between you and the viewport. They are trying to break in through the door. That is to your left. The viewport is directly in front of you.
He is going to try and basically smack on the viewport with the butt of his rifle to try and get their attention.
I mean, you also have comms.
Yeah, but right now they look kind of. They need something. He's he's a hothead, and B, they look like they need something to shake them up because they need to shape up quickly because we're fucked.
Yeah, that's fair.
This is Fubar.
Velveeta, Mason.
Don't. You can't call me that. I've never. It's so authentic. How?
A new version.
I thought you had a soul.
Someone explain to me what the fuck is going on.
Did I get anything from Mother when I connected?
You would know a little bit about Project Life Force, that it is a military top secret project to develop the xenomorphs into weapons.
I look at both Mason and Dante. Do I hear the banging on the window yet?
Oh,
Okay.
absolutely. Because I think
Cool.
if you don't respond pretty quickly, it's just going to get louder. The information that you get essentially confirms the creatures that you saw, the xenomorphs, what information you are able to download, roughly. They are called species XX121, and they are more important to Weyland-Yutani than any humans.
Brutal.
I'm gonna relay that, but in a more saucy way, and be like, "I just saved your lives. Be grateful."
I'll be grateful later. What is that banging?
Can we see someone outside yet?
Oh, definitely. You can see that there's a Marine standing out there.
Can we get him in, or do we have to break something?
You would have to break the window.
Hey,
Yeah.
oh my bad. Hey,
Yeah. What's up?
how many morphs are in the front?
2.
Can you take them out?
Ah, God, fucking damn son of a bitch. Sure. You see Majewski pull out his I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right, but pull
The
out.
M240 incinerator.
Yeah, I was gonna say pull out the incinerator. Let's pull out the flamethrower
Mm-hmm.
and start advancing on the xenomorphs while he clicks the pilot light into action.
Yeah.
That
you
a
wouldn't be able
boy.
to see. You wouldn't be able to see anything past it. Like as he starts to advance, you would see the light from the incinerator come on, and you would be able to probably hear like the roar of the flamethrower and the screams of the xenomorphs. And then I can only imagine that he's just going to come up and like start beating on the front door.
All right, we gotta break the window, I guess, to get him in. Then
No, we can try to open this door.
I thought we had to break something.
I mean, the door is like busted shut, but either way, like you could do either one at this point.
Well, let's try opening the door to see if we can get it open.
I'll like to connect to the console at the door, not the one that's broken, but the main computer, and try to open it that way and communicate with it. And I'll do a comm check for that.
Go for it.
All right. That's 2 successes.
Yeah. That's it.
Project Override.
Struggles. Yeah, it struggles. It kind of stutters a little bit before it slides all the way open.
Good to see you, soldier.
Can we close it?
We need to get out of here.
Could, but yeah, that's the thing.
Are we moving?
So you would definitely know Private Stanley is a member of your company.
Ah, another person. Stanley. Monopoly.
No.
That ain't my call sign, and you know it.
You cheated at Monopoly.
You're not gonna let that go, are you? Fuck
Nope.
now. Okay, you want to explain why there's white shit all over that viewport thing? Were you free having an orgy? Like an end of the world kind of fucking orgy?
It's not really an orgy with only 3 people. Just saying.
Fine. He's just blowing it up for the purposes of blowing it up.
With
No.
Velveeta over here? No way.
Like we could even have an orgy with robots. Robots!
Who's
Yeah!
a robot?
I ain't a fucking simp. What the hell?
Okay.
Anyway,
Just
Isaiah.
No one's having sex, unfortunately. And
Can we just keep moving? Because, like, we got to get out of here. We're
Yes,
just talking
please.
about stuff here.
Yeah.
yes, please, let's move.
Fuck
Are
that.
you the
Hey,
only
Stanley.
one left?
HQ ain't picking up my fucking calls for an evac. Have we got a freaking hoof it?
Stanley, give me a wits and survival roll, please.
That's not too bad for him.
And I'm looking at your character sheet.
1 success and 3 partials.
Okay. You did see a somewhat busted dropship crash relatively nearby.
If one of
You
y'all,
think it might be functional. You're not 100% sure, but you think it might be.
if one of y'all's good at piloting and shit like that, or heavy machinery to maybe do a little few tweaks, there's a freaking dropship we can ride out of here over there.
I definitely can do something with heavy machinery. And he winks over to Mason.
Wait a second, wasn't that damn synth? Oh. Okay, that explains that. Oh, fucking hell. Fucking Sims.
We're not going to talk about it. Let's move.
Yeah, let's just go.
Yeah, can we observe it with our eyes without rolling to make sure that its coast is clear and we don't get any black shit on us?
Yes, absolutely. At this point, it is starting to storm. The blizzard is starting to make its way in, and it seems like the snow is kind of providing some kind of buffer.
Oh, perfect. Great. Wonderful. Move it!
I move.
I
That's
haul
awesome.
ass.
So you make your way to where Stanley had last seen this dropship. It has definitely seen better days. Isaiah, if you wanted to give me a heavy machinery roll.
I can. That is a lot of dice. 1. No. 1. That's a 1. And 5.
Okay. You are trying to get it going, but it's not easy. You're having a lot of difficulty. In the meantime, Mason, you hear something moving in the debris.
Is anybody
that's-
near it?
Not currently.
That's wonderful.
Guys, we have movement.
Is it loud enough that I can stop, or am I so focused on this machinery that I'm going to keep going?
I mean, I feel like with your success and your partial, you're probably feeling pretty focused. Like, I want to get this done. I just want to get us out of here.
Sure. Yep. I'm so focused on this, Velveeta, you got no problems. Just don't let Monopoly over there play Monopoly with you. Just saying.
Mason points their launcher over towards the rustling.
Okay. Just points.
Just, well, yeah, just points. I don't know why they would shoot it quite yet.
Why would you shoot a rocket?
I've also got
I
a
mean-
pistol, but I feel like I feel safer with this launcher.
Fair.
That's fair. So, roll me a close combat, please.
That
Oh,
is.
That's what I needed earlier.
That's close combat, and does that plus anything else or
Oh, your strength.
my strength?
Mhm.
Okay. And it's on different sheets. 2. Okay, so 6 altogether. Six, 6, 5, 4, 4, 3.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty damn good. Something that you have yet to see launches itself at you. almost spider-like. Its legs extend. You see it has this long
hell.
tail as it flies directly at your face. And is able
Not
to
today,
smack it
Satan.
with the butt of your gun.
Can I pull out like my smaller gun and just start like unloading into it?
Absolutely. And
Excellent.
rolled well enough. You rolled well enough. I mean, it's not close combat, but I'll count it because at this point we're a little bit short on time. And you are able to unload into this face hugger. It similarly sprays acid, but it is just far enough that you were able to knock it away, that it does not hit any of you. And as you're killing this, Isaiah, you're able to finally get the ship running.
That's how you turn things on. Wink.
Get on the ship.
Everybody get on the ship or you're staying behind.
I'll ask.
As I get on the ship, I turn towards Isaiah and I'm like, the only thing turning you on is mother.
And Stanley gets on as like, wait, is Isaiah a synth as well?
Nope.
Just don't worry about it.
Don't worry
Where-
about it. And I'm gonna try to get us off the rock.
I was gonna say, where are the four of you going?
Out.
Can we head back to base, or is base?
Oh, this is only 5. You don't want me.
You
piloting.
could head back to the fort, yeah.
Can we try to get in contact now that we're on the ship? I'm assuming the radio is better than our little walkie-talkies.
Yes.
Can we get in contact with HQ?
With Fort Nebraska, absolutely.
Yep. Fort Nebraska, this is Charlie. Come in.
We read you.
Will you read us?
What is it, Charlie?
What's the status of HQ?
We're fucked. They're all over the place.
Where's evac?
There is no evac.
What do you mean there's no evac?
The UPP. They're keeping us here. They're not going to let us fly out.
Shit. Can I see where the UPP is from where we're sitting? Or do I have to get up in there?
You see some larger ships that have crashed that are clearly UPP. From where you are, you don't see them, but you know that they're probably further up in the atmosphere.
So we're
HQ, Charlie, come in.
Roger.
What do you guys need?
What do you mean, what do we need? We're getting
How
overrun.
to get out of there? Yeah. What do you need to get out of there?
A nuke.
That will kill everyone.
Exactly. There's no getting out of this.
Do I know of a nuke in headquarters?
Probably not a nuke. But, I mean, the UPP could definitely do some damage. Especially if someone were to take out, like, the automatic railguns.
I'm gonna turn to the 3 that are on board, and I'm gonna try to command them off the ship.
You're gonna
Get the
get
fuck-
yourself you're gonna get yourself killed.
New directive. Save civilian life.
We're not civilians.
There's got to be another way.
Get off the ship.
We don't leave people behind.
We have no much time left. Dante, get off the ship.
Can't do that, cheese ass.
We can die separate on the ground, or we can die together. It doesn't look like we don't. It doesn't look like we have a choice.
What about you, Monopoly?
Nah, fuck that noise. I ain't following that shitty order. It's bull. If we're freaking foobar, then let's just ride it. Hell, if we have to, I mean, what's this shit powered by? Just freaking, I don't know, gas?
No, it's a nuclear reactor.
Well, then why don't we fly this thing to HQ and just freaking put that little spinny thing in overdrive?
We need to give those people a chance. HQ isn't where we have to go.
I'm following you.
So Isaiah, where are you taking the ship?
I'm pointing it straight at the ship that's pointing down those rail guns to give the people at HQ a chance to get out.
Yeah. So you fly towards the ship. It doesn't seem like it's prepared for this kind of combat. It is more of an orbital bombardment type of ship. At this point, all of the fighters are engaged in combat, the ones that are left. You're able to make your way to this UPP ship relatively easily.
We land inside the ship?
Sure.
Sure. Is there any other ships around?
Oh, yeah. Handful of dropships and fighters.
I'll give us 30 seconds. You guys good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Hooah.
You are always my favorite Velveeta.
Yeah.
Now
Same
you're
to you,
getting
bud.
cheesy. Get out of here. $30 starts now, and he'll infuse the reactor inside the ship, and we try to find anything that works to get us out of there within 30 seconds.
Absolutely. Give me a heavy machinery roll.
2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes. Well, let me take that back. Let me be correct. 2 successes, 3 5s.
Okay. Fantastic. You are able to commandeer one of the UPP dropships. As you are entering, you see several soldiers start to enter this bay and start firing at your ship. You take off. And where are you headed?
Straight back down.
Okay.
We're trying to get that dropship to blow up. Maneuver our way out of there.
Absolutely. You take off as their shots continue to fire after you. You see behind you the explosion of your dropship, followed by repeated detonations from within the UPP ship as it starts to break apart. As you make your way down to Fort Nebraska, you see the xenomorphs are breaking through the doors.
Hoorah.
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 Fuck.
And that's a fantastic note for us to end on. Oh my God. Thank you all so much. That was so much fun.
That was a lot of fun. Thank you for running. That was really fun.
Yes.
I fully expected all of you to die a lot sooner, but you kept hiding very well. So, you did the smart thing.
Yes.
Yeah. So I know that we're a little bit short on time. But yeah, I'm really glad that I got to play with some of you for the first time. Looking forward to playing with you hopefully more on Friday. North and Neil, I'm sure I'm going to keep harassing you. Chris, it has been a pleasure. Thank you all for coming and watching, and we will see you all next time.
Woo!
Sweet.
See you later.
Yeah.
Ah!